We have found, as we mentioned, that critical key to ensuring young people connect their degrees to great first jobs is exposure. And so what we thought we would do is start by looking at the foundation of where those insights come from. So what you're looking at right now are what we call our milestones. These are the milestones or a career readiness roadmap that we built through our hands-on support of over 1,000 first-generation college students of color, and they are the driver of our successful job placement outcomes. These milestones underpin every single thing we do at BASTA, our tools, our curriculum, and our assessments, and they're really uniquely designed to move young people along this roadmap. And so as you're looking at it, I want to give you a quick overview to really help ground where we're going in this conversation. So the first milestone along the journey is what we call clarity. This is about having enough knowledge and exposure to the different career fields out there to confidently find interesting jobs. And once you've moved past clarity, then you find yourself at alignment. And this is really about there being a strong match between a job's responsibilities and requirements and a job seeker's preferences and qualifications. The next milestone is what we call search or job search strategy. This is the actual work of any job search that we're most familiar with. This is where you're submitting applications, young people are developing their resumes, their cover letters, and really leveraging their network to find more opportunities. And all of that leads up to what we call interviewing and advancing. This is where we not only receive first round interviews at a consistent rate, but our young people are also receiving callbacks so that they progress forward consistently. So with that context, I hope we get to dive in a bit more. So 3 years ago, we built Seeker, our career navigation tool, to assess where students fall on these milestones we just described. So since then, more than 6,000 first-gen college students of color have taken Seeker. And through all of those data points, our team has been analyzing and synthesizing all of that data to determine the key takeaways that are beneficial to all of us in our work, who are helping young people connect their degrees to great jobs. And the first thing that surfaced from our data is the critical role of exposure across a young person's job search journey. Very simply, exposure is a combination of how many industries a young person is familiar with and how much they know about each one. The data show that gaining exposure is more helpful in the long run than solely having internship experience. Those with a high level of exposure are 90% more likely to secure a first round interview for a role, so nearly double the number of callbacks when they submit a resume. And we can't for sure yet say, but we can venture to say that young people just know about more industries. They're likely more focused in their applications, and they're self-selecting into roles that are aligned to what they want and who they are and what they're interested in. Similarly, students are twice as likely to advance along the process, right? First, second, third interviews for a role. And this can be attributed to a lot of the same reasons. You think a young person who has a depth of knowledge about many industries is much more likely to be able to speak with clarity and confidence on why they want a particular role at a particular company. In light of these insights, we may be thinking, all right, how do we get students connected with more exposure? And we're thinking automatically about quantity, more experiences. But I would ask us to hold on that thought and just add in this idea that the most important thing that we can do right now is to get clear on what makes for a quality exposure experience. And so when we say quality exposure, we're saying that these are experiences that provide students moments to expand their network, gives them a real concrete understanding of a profession. So beyond what your friend did just because they did it, or beyond sounds good, but really what does this profession mean and provide? Quality exposure is about opportunities to learn about new industries and jobs that are not readily available or not apparent, right? We all know the phrase, you can't be what you can't see. And so our quality exposure really helps to expand that idea. And finally, it just provides ongoing opportunities to process and reflect on learnings.